Hi everybody and big welcome to cEDH TV gameplay. Me and Pontus joined by Samurai.
Yo, how's it going?
And Zach.
Hey guys, back again.
Well, after a couple of victories with little Sauron, I decided it's time to move on to bigger and better things. So we're just going to be doing some Grixis Infinity things, you know, bouncing, making infinite mana. Of course, we've got our Breach Lines and our Oracle, but really, we want our commander to be our outlet for our win.
Okay, so this is my vadrik list. You've all seen it recently. I've made a couple of new changes, including bribery, a couple of other little changes, which hopefully we'll get to see do their work today.
Bring back Heliod, wheeling and dealing. So this is a Heliod list focused on just flipping Heliod and then wheeling.
I'm playing Send Triplets because I think Send Triplets is kinda interesting. It's kinda cool when you get that game going. Now this is not a focused, I'm not gonna rush Send Triplets into play because I don't think that's actually good. We're playing a typical black, blue, Demir, Adnas, Peer into the Abyss, Fastest and Consult, but if we don't have anything better to do, then we might throw in a Send Triplet into the pod and try to steal cards from our opponents. And with that, let's take a look at some opening hands.
This hand, anybody can tell you, is garbage. We have mana ramp in the form of discarding our hand. We have 2 reanimator spells, but no creatures. Stubborn Denial, which is not good interaction with this hand. So we're gonna go ahead and maul this. This can go to hell. This hand, on the other hand, is, let's see, we go first turn. Underground Sea, Dark Ritual, Demonic Tutor. I guess we could play this and this, and we could crack this to get Magda, but that doesn't sound good. What we could do, and I love this, we can go Trader's Grass and we can steal someone's ramp piece. That's an interesting idea, but we don't have, oh, you know what? No, we got a tutor. We can keep going from there. Okay, you know what? I like the idea of this hand. I think we're gonna keep it. We didn't come here to play normal Magic. We came here to play big evil things.
Right, so we have turn 1 commander with a Git Pro. We've just kind of got to hope we don't have removal turn 1. If we do, we're very far behind. I think we keep this. I think we risk it. We've got a couple of nice draws if we need it later on. We draw an additional card turn 1. What I'll probably do is Git Probe probably the Esper deck, Zen Triplets, to check for some removal turn 1. Before I play the commander, just to see how I'm feeling about it. I don't mind waiting a turn for commander if desperate. So we will keep first 7.
So here we have turn 1 Heliod into a turn 3 flip. We do have Mindbreak Trap as backup. We do have a guaranteed turn 3 flip of Heliod. We do have the Twister and the Memory Jar. The cards in this hand are good. It has a game plan, and it will probably be able to enact on that game plan. Dead to any removal, and we're not live until turn 3. I would say that this hand is a bit too bad. If I had any other fast mana in this hand, I would keep it as a first 7, but I think our main goal should be to get mana. But I'll actually do this. I'll actually try and keep this hand, and maybe we'll see why we shouldn't keep it. Or I get proven wrong. I feel lazy. I kind of sound lazy. So let's try this hand out. I don't really think it's fast enough, but if you get there, it's pretty good.
So this hand is actually, it's okay. Like we have 2 lands, we have 2 rocks, we have a Daffy, but in the end we don't really have much to do here. Best scenario, we're doing a Daffy turn 3. That's not great. If this hand had a Soldering, I would say it's close to it's probably Snapkey. But we're gonna mulligan. We have Rustic Study in this deck, and we have Tutors, so we can get a much better hand, and we can have some fast mana. So let's see here. I like it. This feels okay. So we have a Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, turn 2 Ranger Captain, or Praetor's Grass. I think we're gonna lead with the Ranger Captain for protection and also get Esper Sentinel that way, so we're getting somewhere with the game. This is definitely a hand you could mulligan because you don't really have a huge payoff here, but we have the mana and we do have a Praetor's Grasp. So in a slower pace game, this could be like a turn 2 Praetor's Grasp, turn 3 something big. Not great, but I don't know if I want to mulligan away on Mana Crypt, Praetor's Grasp and a Ranger Captain of Eos. Mana Vault is a little bit okay, that one can go. 3 lands, that's a little bit too much. But I think I'm gonna keep this hand actually. I could definitely see a world where you're mulliganing this. I think we're gonna have to put Ranger Captain to play turn 2 to make sure we're passing turn, keeping up on Ranger Captain protection interaction, while also getting Esper Sentinel. And with that, let's start the match.
All right. Draw a card for turn. Crack it. Yeah, we'll get an Underground Sea. Tap 1 for a Dark Ritual. Play an Arcane Signet. Demonic Tutor. I'll play a Mana Crypt. I'll play Mox Amber and a Lion's Eye Diamond. I'll pass turn.
I will draw for turn. I'm gonna pay 2 life. I'm gonna get probes and triplets.
I have that one, that one, that one, this land, a third land, Mana Vault, Ranger Captain. This is my hand, 3 lands.
I'm gonna play a Bloodstained Mire, and then I'll crack that for a Volcanic Island. Then I will cast a Jeweled Lotus, and if that's good, I will attempt to cast my commander. It is now daytime, and I will pass the turn.
Take my turn. Land for turn will be a Darker Wastes. I'll cast a Jewel Lotus. Cast my commander. With commander in play, I'll pass turn.
I will draw a card. Mana Crypt, Scalding Tarn, crack Scalding Tarn. I will find a Tundra. Tap this, and I'm casting a Grim Monolith, and then I'm passing the turn.
Roll. That's its damage as always. And I lost a life from my fetch last turn. I'll lose 3 life from the Mana Crypt this turn to float. Colorless, targeting Mons.
I have no response to this. You can have a card from my deck.
What's it called? A Remora?
You can have my Mystic Remora if you want to.
Do you have a Bowmaster?
I have an Orcish Bowmaster as well.
We'll get your Okr's Bowmaster. I feel like that's gonna be a better choice.
Here we go. You have an Orcish Bowmaster. Now Sauron can grow his army.
Always good. Create token. I'm just gonna turn it around. I think that'll be all for this turn.
Untap and draw. I'm going to play an Arid Mesa, and I will attempt to crack it. If that's good, I will shock in a Steambent, so 2. I will then move to combat. I will swing 1 at Zen Triplets,
I take 1.
and then I will move to my end step, and if there's no responses, I'll pass the turn.
Move to my turn.
At the start of your turn, it will become nighttime, and Vadrik will get a +1/+1 counter.
I will play a City of Brass. I will tap 2. Take damage, cast a Fellwar Stone. I will then tap Fellwar Stone for a Mystic Remora. I will then pass turn.
I will untap. Heads is damage. Tails, no damage. Card. Exotic Orchard. Land drop. I will cast my Ranger Captain of Eos. On the ETB, I'm gonna find my Esper Sentinel, put it into my hand, and I ship the turn.
Let's roll. 3 damage. Dockside Extortionist. I will pass.
End step, I will pay 1 red and attempt to cast a Valakut Awakening. You may draw.
I'll crack the LED. I'll add 3 black. I'll put an Orcish Bowmasters on the stack.
Pass on the cast of Orcish Bowmaster.
Pass the Bowmaster.
Same, go wild.
I'm gonna target the Vadrik.
1 damage from your fish, which means I can only bottom 0 cards and draw 1 to not kill Vadrik. I will pass it on the ETB trigger and then the fish trigger.
Want to draw your card, Pontus?
I'll draw a card.
Because it turns it into a cantrips instead of a plus. Yeah, I put the counter on it and I target Vadrik again.
Is Valakut Awakening good to resolve? Okay, so because of the Orcish Bowmasters now, I do not wish to put any cards on the bottom of my library, and I will just draw 1 card.
On Vadrik.
Has 3 damage marked upon. I am happy to move towards your end step then. Yeah, if everyone's good, I will untap and draw for play an island. I will move to combat. I will swing 3 at Zen Triplet.
I will take 3 damage.
I will move to my end step, and if there's no responses, I will pass the turn.
Go to my turn.
As your turn starts, it will become nighttime, and Vadrik will get a counter.
So here we have a fish trigger, and our main plan is to flip Heliod. I don't really know how this will be going, because I feel like both me and Zach are kind of soft-locked underneath the Bowmasters. My game plan still works under Bowmasters. Like, if I Twister, I can just storm off in response to 21 triggers. So that's not actively a problem. The bigger problem is like Ranger Captain from Mons in response to Twister or Memory Jar. But I don't know if they will draw enough cards for me to actually be able to storm off here because of the Bowmasters, basically. It's only if Samurai top decks a wheel, it's top deck because he's Hellbound. So I think my better play here is to just keep up fish. It's a bit awkward because Heliod is more vulnerable than he could be by not flipping him. He doesn't get the 2 extra health. I don't think that 2 extra health really saves him though. Like if he's gonna die, he's probably dying anyways. So yeah, I'm paying for fish. If I draw land, I draw land and then I'll just flip him anyways. I think I value flipping him over holding up Swan Song. So yeah, I'll be paying for fish here, and that Bowmaster is kind of annoying. I will pay for fish and then draw for turn. I will just pass my turn.
I wanna go to my turn and untap and draw a card. Heads is damage. Tails, no damage. So, Orcish Bowmaster player, that's my Bowmaster. You're Hellbent. I don't have much to do because like I have a Esper Sentinel, but that's just gonna die. So most chance I'm just actually gonna cast my commander. Once again, you're Hellbent. We can have some fun with this. If I get my turn and you don't blow it up with your Bowmaster, I can draw cards with their hands, if you're okay with that. Yeah, I'm not targeting you with send triplets here. I don't think you need to kill it. It will be their problem, right? I'm gonna play Arid Mesa and sacrifice it. Send triplets. Cool. Pass.
Let's roll. Tails, no damage. Oh yeah, coming up Samurai. Mox Opal. Oh, that's a Mox Opal. Fish trigger?
Yeah, fish trigger. I'll draw if I'm allowed to.
I'll deal a damage. I'll target you, Mons. we both know what we run. This is fair. Pass my turn from here.
Okay, in your end state, I do. I'm gonna pay 1 blue, float 2 red, cast a frantic search, fish trigger.
We will just ping the Vadrik just to make you an honest person.
Okay, if that's good, I will draw 2. I will discard. I'm going to discard a Torpor Orb and a Gamble and untap all 3 lands. So 3 damage marked on Vadrik, 4 mana to cast an Electro Dominance, X being 6. It will deal 6 damage to any target, and then I can cast a spell that costs 6 or less from my hand without paying the mana cost. I think I have to go for the Orcish.
If you target the Ranger's gone. You run other burn spells.
My problem is if I don't target the Orcish now, then the free spell I cast from Electro Dominance will draw another card, and then you will kill my Vadrik, because that will be 5 draws then. So if I don't kill the Bowmasters, then I can't cast a free spell. So I think I have to target the Bowmasters. I will then for free cast an Invent. I search for an instant and a sorcery from my library and put them in my hand. You can draw.
That's
I will tap for a red and show you a Tybalt's Trickery.
true fish. Honestly, Tybalt's Trickery is really funny. I pass on Tybalt's Trickery.
I'll roll a dice. So 1, 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll a 6-sided die. I rolled a 2, so mill 1 card.
I will mill 1 card, Final of Revelation. And then I exile until I hit a non-land card. I will cast a Gilded Lotus.
Good. Yeah, I pass on Gilded.
I'll Mindbreak Trap your spell.
Oh, I have cast 3 now, haven't I?
You cast like 4 or 5.
Yeah, that is exiled. That's fine. Okay, I have no more end step responses. Everyone good for me to go to my turn? I will untap and draw. I'm going to play a Flooded Strand. I will attempt to crack said Flooded Strand. I will be forced to get an island. I will move to pass the turn with 2 cards in hand.
In your end step, tap this Gilded Lotus to channel Otavara on Ranger Captain.
There is no point sacrificing that one, right? Wait. How many cards have... Wait, that's sorcerer speed on your commander, right, Pontus? You can't flip it now.
Yes.
Yeah, then there's no point. You're not gonna storm off this turn, so it will go back to my hand. I'm not sacrificing it.
It resolves. I would like to go to my turn. Fish will die. I will draw for turn. Tap 3 to flip my commander, paying 2 life. I'd like to play Ursa Saga as land of turn. So my game plan here is to just slam. So cast a Twister.
I pass on this.
Have to pass on Time Twister.
Time Twister resolves. I will cast this Relic of Legends. Have a blue floating. Intellectual Offering. So Intellectual Offering says that choose an opponent, you and that opponent each draws, and then choose an opponent, so that can be another or the same. Untap all non-land permanents that player and you control. So my targets will be Mons to draw 3, Sack to untap all non-land permanents. None of them are tapped.
I pass on this spell.
I'd like to respond. I'd like to tap 2 and play a Cyclonic Rift. Targeting, because I gotta declare targets first. I'm gonna ask Mons, do I hit the Vadrik or do I hit the Heliod? This is terrible.
This is a no-brainer. You hit Heliod, he's winning.
I think this works. Shin of Vapor targeting my Gilded Lotus. I just saw a line. So Shin of Vapor results. Gilded Lotus will go to my hand. I will sacrifice Ursa Saga to copy targeting Relic of Legends. I will hold priority and cast this Gilded Lotus. This is awesome!
That is a busted way of using a Chain of Vapor.
1, 2, and I'm going to exile a Simian Spirit Guide from my hand, and I will overload a Cyclonic Ring.
Windfall?
Pass on the Windfall.
We'll also pass on Windfall.
Windfall resolved. I will be discarding 3 lands. So Windfall has resolved, and the stack is currently... On top of the stack, we have a Overloaded Cyclrift from Sam. Then underneath that, we have a Gilded Lotus from me. And then underneath the Gilded Lotus, we have a Chain of Vapor copy targeting Relic of Legends. And then underneath that, we have a Cyclonic Rift targeting my Heliod. And underneath that, we have an Intellectual Offering. That's something. So I would like to respond to Overloaded Cyclrift by casting a Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond, okay?
I'll pass on the Mox Diamond, I think.
Yeah, I will also pass on Mox Diamond.
Mox Diamond resolves. I will be discarding this basic. Still in response to Cyclrift, I will cast a Drown in Dreams. X is 40. I would like for me to draw 40 cards, and I would like to mill Vadrik for 80 cards. It's twice X, and X is 40.
I would like to Pyroblast, targeting Heliod.
Pass on Pyroblast. Heliod is in my commands. Drown in Dreams on stack. I pass on Drown in Dreams.
I pass.
I pass on Drown in Dreams.
I will respond to Drown in Dream. I will pay 2 red to cast a Reiterate with buyback targeting the Drown in Dream.
Does everyone die right now?
No.
No, I've already used my Spirit Guide, it's fine.
I pass on Reiterate.
I pass on Reiterate.
Everyone good with Reiterate?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
life.
He's gonna win in response
Reiterate
to
goes
Drown in
back
Dreams,
to my
right?
hand.
We're aware of that, right?
I will draw 40. How many cards is in Triplets library?
We need to...
I'm passing.
Do we actually not have anything?
I'm passing.
I'm passing.
Okay, yeah.
How many cards in everyone's library, sorry?
I have
79.
79.
80.
Okay, so I will make myself draw 40 cards, and I will...
Well, if you don't hit Pontus, you lose.
No, I will make Zen mill...
You said me, right?
Yes, yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll draw 40, you mill 8.
I'm dead.
They're my
I have
targets.
80.
Am I good to draw 40 cards?
Yeah, I have nothing.
I have 0 cards in my library.
I will cast a Deflecting Swap.
There it is. I pass.
So you're not quite dead yet, Zen, are you? You're still in the game, technically. So my target for Deflecting Swap will obviously be the Drown in Dreams, and I will make... I have mill 80, and Zen Triplets can draw the...
If I draw 40, I will die.
I will pass on this.
Awesome. Deflecting Swap resolves. I will then pass priority on the Drown in
I
Dreams.
pass on Drown in Dreams resolves. Overload the Cyclrift from you.
Yes, yeah. I pass priority on my own side.
Cyclrift resolves for me.
I then pass on your Gilded Lotus.
Yeah, Gilded Lotus resolves. My Chain of Vapor copy fizzles. And I have Intellectual Offering on the stack. Respond to my Intellectual Offering. I will float 3 blue Gilded Lotus. And I'll respond to Intellectual Offering by casting Mystical Tutor. I'll put this Days Undoing on top of my library. Intellectual Offering on stack.
Fierce Guardianship for the Intellectual Offering.
I pass. Cast a Mox Diamond. Pitch a Mystery Rainforest. Tap it, use my 2 floating. Cast a Relic of Legends. Pass turn.
At the start of my turn, we will move to draws. Hey, dead.
Turn, no spells were cast because he died straight away, so it becomes nighttime. I get counter on Vadrik, it's now a 6-7. Untap and draw. I will play a Plaza of Heroes as my land for turn. I will tap it for a red and cast a Desperate Ritual for 3 red. I will then use 2 of said red to cast an Electro Dominance, X being 6, targeting Pontus. I will hold priority on. And then I will use 1 more of the red remaining and another red with buyback paid. So I will use 1 red from my land and 1 red from my Desperate Ritual to hold priority and then cast Reiterate, targeting Electro Dominance with buyback paid for by Vadrik. When Reiterate resolves, it returns to my hand and puts a copy of Electro Dominance on the stack, dealing 6 damage to Pontus. When the Electro Dominance resolves, it will then cast the Reiterate for free from my hand, targeting the original Electro Dominant, and the buyback will again be paid for by Vadrik, creating a loop of just dealing 6 damage and casting Reiterate again and again. I had Jessica's Work and stuff in hand, I just wanted the shortest amount of moves. GG's guys, and I win.
Yeah, we went a bit all in, but I don't think our window was getting much better over time, so I tried and I failed. That's how it goes.
We were actually almost about to make an Sensei triplet active trigger. Nothing were really going our way. Everything were going wrong. Last in turn order, what can you do?
The deck didn't seem to be as great as I'd like. It's always room for improvement, but for the most part, I misplayed the heck out of that. I definitely should have cracked my LED when I searched for the dock side, so that way I could have played and then I would have had more mana and I could definitely still play the bows. But overall, there's certain commanders you got to kill, and we punted by not immediately killing the Vadrik. It is a kill on sight commander, much like Tyam.
So I kind of got off to a bit of a slow start. I got turn 1 Vadrik, which I didn't think was going to last long, and then with the Orcish Bowmasters, it was kind of in jeopardy the whole time. But luckily, Pontus provided enough of a threat that people took their foot off my throat and let me just go for it. And thanks for the drowning dreams, I guess. GG's.